though rain has finally begun to fall in some of the drought-stricken parts of South Texas. For many farms and ranches, the damage has already been done. Damage like the loss of 60-year-old hackberry trees on the Temple Ranch near Freer, which boasted a traditional cow-calf operation till just over a decade ago when their focus turned to wildlife. Those hackberry trees are a major source of habitat for the Rio Grande turkey, just one species of wildlife native to this Duval County ranch. Robert Sanders has been the driving force behind bringing this 12,000-acre patch of South Texas back to what it once was. But the recent lack of moisture has taken its toll.
We've had low fawn recruitments. We've had almost no turkey reproduction, very low quail reproduction. If it wasn't for the few things that we do, like supplemental feeding and artificial watering, we would be really, really bad shape.
With the lack of rain comes a lack of forbs and grasses that serve as food for wildlife. Robert has implemented a year-round feeding program so no animal has to travel more than about a half a mile for feed or water. These practices have become more crucial in this part of the state where rainfall isn't as reliable as it used to be.
Every wildlife biologist in South Texas, we're preparing ourselves for the drought because we know there's one coming. Now, we didn't know it was going to be this bad, but we're always digging new water tanks, ponds, cleaning them out, piping water to concrete water troughs.
Robert has also begun building artificial roosts for the turkeys, making use of old windmill parts and placing them where the hackberries once thrived. Stephen Vocal, a field technician with Texas A&M, has been studying the birds' progress, or lack thereof, over the last couple years. With no successful nests on the ranch this year, he's not exactly sure how they're surviving.
I guess they just hold tight and wait out for a good year, because when they have a good year, they produce quite a bit. They stay around water, they've been staying grouped up. They're not really trying to breed at all.
Turkeys aren't the only species on the ranch affected by the lack of rainfall. Since the bobwhite quail live only 2 to 3 years, it takes just a couple of dry years, which this ranch has already exceeded, to set them back. Even the Temple Ranch's most popular resident, the white-tailed deer, looks meager compared to years past.
There's a few deer we've been watching, and even though they have supplemental feed, and it's not the same as having good forbs and brush for them to browse on.
This brush also serves as cover for these animals, which means they are more susceptible to predators, which are themselves hungrier than normal. As the wildlife population goes down, so does the ability for ranchers to support the amount of hunters that flock into this area every year, which in turn means less money to put back into wildlife management. For the Texas Farm Bureau, I'm Ed Wolf in Freer, Texas.